Morning, guys. Monday morning here, and welcome to the week ahead. So, check it out. As usual, nothing goes to plan, right? No big deal. I've talked about this before, the ups and the downs of the day, the season, the year, whatever. But ain't no different, man. So here we are, Monday morning. I had one of our lead guys on our commercial projects call out this morning. Wasn't feeling well. He at least had the courtesy to give me a heads up yesterday evening, and so I kind of had an idea. But yeah, those things happen. Whatever, I get it. He's one of our better guys, one of our lead foremen, and been with us a long time. He doesn't get sick often, right? So here we are. But the other thing that throws a wrench and stuff is, here, check it out. We got some snow this last night. We got some snow. Let's see if I can get the camera right here. Yeah, and it's not much, but I'll tell you what, what is it? It's 19 degrees right now, 8 a.m. So the roads are terrible, right? And it's just kind of a thing here in Colorado you got to prepare for. But honestly, this past winter was really nice. It was pretty mild here in Colorado, and we were able to keep plugging away with that's everything. Great. But yeah, I guess the point of the video, man, is how do you guys handle these adversities and these challenges that come along? Whether it's the weather, whether it's the guys calling out, whether it's guys at work who have conflicts with each other, whether it's materials that were supposed to be ordered Friday afternoon but never got ordered, so now your guys are standing around on the job site waiting for instruction on what to do. I mean, it just never ends, right? There's all these things that pop up daily that you have to be willing and ready to handle and manage, and just don't let it get the best of you, man, especially first thing Monday morning. You got a long week ahead of you if that's the case. So here we are, we're getting after it. All the guys are pretty much lined out. We got a plan for the day, which my plan did change because of this weather. We were going to go do some trenching and some digging, but trenching in Colorado in the wintertime and the snow, it's supposed to warm up a little bit today, so I assume it's going to get real muddy and stuff like that. You don't want to be trenching and digging and using your trenching equipment and beating up that equipment if you don't have to. And so that's kind of where we're at. I don't exactly have to get to this job today. We're going to go ahead and postpone it for tomorrow. I was able to keep all the guys inside today, which, hopefully your guys appreciate that. And I think they notice that. I try my best to accommodate the guys, and some people may think that's crazy as a contractor, and maybe it is as you grow. I don't know. I'm still fairly small, right? We're doing under $2 million a year in sales. I've fluctuated between 3 and 12 guys within the past year. Right now, I think we're sitting at 10 guys, myself, one office staff, and Lana, my wife, in the office, who's our CFO and does all that stuff. So yeah, it's nonstop, always something. I guarantee this week's going to bring its own challenges. It's going to bring its own rewards, its own everything, right? But consistency is the key. Just stay consistent, stick to the game plan. If you don't know what to do and you're feeling like stuck, like we tend to do sometimes, and I know I do, the key thing is take action. Don't let it destroy you. Don't let it keep you paralyzed, right? So you have to take action. You have to get after it, even if it means just get up, start the truck, go head over to the job site and see where that takes you, right? Go talk to the guys, go get a feel for things, move around. I think this is key to being a successful contractor, especially when times are slow. When times are slow, you have to take action on things that will plant seeds to produce, right? So what I mean by that is simple things. I remember when I first started as a contractor, business wasn't just flowing in. The phone wasn't exactly just ringing off the hook, right? So I learned something a long time ago through studying and reading and just listening to other successful people was you have to every day feed the machine, right? Or another analogy is your business is like a plant. It's either growing or it's dying. You're either doing things for it to produce fruit or it's dying, right? So there's some real simple things, and I'm guilty of not wanting to leave my house or not wanting to leave the office, right? And in times like that, the things that I will do is I will read, I will YouTube, I will make phone calls, I will start taking notes, I'll start making plans, so every little thing counts. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to be out there handing out your business card, which is an absolutely phenomenal way to go drum up business when you're slow. Go if you absolutely have to. I've been there. I've went and knocked on doors. I've had these crazy grand plans before of I'm going to get every property management company in my area to do business with King Electric. And so I went and made flyers and I made business cards that were directed towards property management companies. And I'll even show you the flyer. I'll probably dig one up, but I created it in the form of the pain points of a property management company, right? And we're here to solve that problem. And so I'd make these flyers, and I literally went to and looked up every property management company in my area, went and introduced myself, handed out my card, handed out the flyer, and guess what? It turned into a ton of business. Guess what else? It turned into a relationship of a much bigger company than we are, a real estate company, who actually has a property management company, a real estate company, an HVAC company, a landscaping company, all under this umbrella. I may be missing a few, but it turned out they may potentially buy us in the future. We may partner with them in the future. It's something that we've talked about for a while now, and it just brought this whole new opportunity, opened up a door to a whole new world that I didn't even know existed of basically private equity. They're a private equity company that buys all these businesses that are developing all this land, and they're looking for guys like me, right? So nothing set in stone. This is something we talked about over the past year, threw it back and forth. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm not sure if they're not sure if I'm big enough for them, so it's all good. I learned so much through it. I get their business. We do all their property management stuff on the electrical side. I've made tens of thousands of dollars just by simply making that flyer on a day that I was slow, or days that I was slow and didn't have much to do in the office. I made these flyers, went to Chat GPT, typed in what are the pain points of a property management company and how can I solve these issues. And I created this flyer from them, put our logo, put our faces, put our, all this stuff. I spent like a couple $100 on it, and it turned into tens of thousands of dollars, 100%. So stuff like that, if you're new and you're starting out and you don't know what to do, you don't have much business going, the number one key thing is take action and do things that are going to get you closer to your goal. And sometimes it does not matter what it is. It is just simply taking action, putting forth the effort, and watch how things will open up. Doors will open, the people will come, all the things will fall in place, where next thing you know, you have this new contract, this new relationship. And there you go. That's one of my tips, especially for a gloomy Monday morning like today, where I know a lot of guys are not excited about going to work and getting after it, right? But hey, what's more important to you, man? Sleeping in, playing video games, whatever it is that you're into that is non-productive towards your business? Or is it the next year? Is it the next 3 years, the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself? Sometimes planting that seed and taking action is simply visualizing. If you want to lay in bed, at least lay in bed and visualize what you want your future to look like, and start making note of that and start rolling the tape. I always tell my kids, roll the tape, lay there. When you're my kids are great basketball players. My daughter plays volleyball. She's in track. My son played traveling basketball for years. He could have played college ball. It just wasn't his thing. It was one of those things where he played his little heart out and just got burnt out. So whatever. But one thing that we always talked about in our house was roll the tape, right? Before, on our way driving to the games, put your headphones on, vision yourself, um, doing the thing, right? Doing whatever it is that you need to do to have a successful game. Get your mind right, get your free throws down, get your shot. How are you going to drive to the basket? What is it going to look like? Who's going to be open? Where are you going to be on the court when these things? How are you going to play defense? At what point are you going to take a break? At what point do you need to water up? Pay attention to your body. All these things, right? So we're rolling the tape. We're visualizing our future. We're visualizing our day, and we're doing it in a way that looks successful. We're doing it in a way that looks successful. And as soon as you start seeing the negative and the doubt creep in, you counter it with successful thoughts, with successful words, with successful actions. So remember, your thoughts turn into your feelings turn into your actions turn into your results. That's how it goes every time. So if you could change the way you think, and the way you change the way you think is by doing tricks like this, right? You visualize, you write down the things that you're grateful for. And if you're thinking, how do you know if you're thinking well? It's how you feel. You feel good, right? Your thoughts turn into your feelings. If you're thinking well, you're feeling well. If you're feeling well, what happens? You take positive actions. Your thoughts turn into your feelings turn into your actions. So if I'm feeling good, I'm energized, I take actions, like I go to the gym, right? I go do jujitsu. I go and do those door knocks. I go and make those flyers. I go get creative and watch YouTube videos and come up with ideas for my own business. And what happens when I take those actions? I make tens of thousands of dollars because my results change. So remember, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. So there you have it, guys. That's a little tidbit of info from a seasoned contractor. Been doing this for 15 years. Started the company when I was 28 years old in 2010. It's now 2024.